Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you had a nice evening. Saw the inflation report come out. And also a notice about rolling the contracts. So we're just going to put up the June contracts for the index equities and just compare them to what the volume is on the March contracts. And probably be Monday before we roll 'em. So let's take a quick look at the inflation report. I think the market is reacting to that, amongst other things. There's the report there. 7.9% on the CPI report, 40-year high. So I think the market is reacting to that report a little bit, or a lot of it. And today we have Craig is going to be trading today. I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye out for him. And enable the automated strategies. Good morning, Arthur. Lagarde is speaking, and that's what moves now. Gotcha, Arthur. Hey, good morning, Gary. Oh, Dow's down at 32,800. Well, so much for those gains yesterday. All right, so you may have seen a notice that the March contracts are rolling over to June. However, you could see the volume is still on the June, I'm sorry, still on the March contract. All right. So we're expecting Craig this morning, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute the mic here just for a few moments and open my workspace, and I'll keep an eye out on to switch over the screens to Craig. So I want to wish everybody a very successful trading day. Have a blessed day, everybody. Enjoy the trades. Craig will be getting started momentarily, shortly. Hey, good morning, Craig.
So right now we're sharing. Okay, I'm unmuted now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So we can start anytime, or should I wanted to start about 10 minutes early.
Sure. Listen, it's your room.
Okay.
Have
And is
a
there
great
anything I
day.
need to do to be able to show the questions a little bit easier this time? Just hit the button like I just did.
Yeah, you should be able to pop off the questions panel and open it up and spread
Okay.
it out.
Okay. Just okay. Audio questions. Ah, here we go. Now I got it.
Great.
Okay. Back there. All right. Okay. So what I'll do is just how do I mute? Okay, let me see. How do I mute it till I start, right?
Yes, you just muted yourself.
Okay, I will start it in about 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds great.
All right.
All right, thanks, Craig. All right, so we're projecting Craig's charts right now, and he's going to get started in about 10 minutes. I think everybody heard. So we're going to mute the mic, and we'll leave Craig's charts projected. And I hope everybody has a blessed day. Enjoy the trades, everybody.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to open up the room a little bit early, just so I could go over a couple different things. I've had requests to go over the range chart a little bit, the 3450, and how I use it to help me navigate the trades. And basically, what I see is the 34 range chart kind of shows you what the colors are going to be on our Unirenko chart. And Mark in his training has gone over this, but I want to show you how I interpret this and how it works for me. So basically, we've talked about, let me try to go back a little bit. Okay. Let me see, let's go back to this time here. Let me pull this down a little bit so I can see my chart. Okay. Okay, we got 7 minutes, and I will go over this again at the end of the day, at the end of the trading day. So let's look at 5. Well, here again on West Coast time, so bear with me. You're gonna have to add 3 hours if you're on the East Coast. So 5:37 my time. Okay, you see right here, we've got a downtrend. The 50 is down. The I'm sorry. The upper line slices through it. Okay, that's going to turn this area dark pink here. Okay. Now, that's a trade setup, but would I take that trade? Well, my quants are in line. Everything looks good. Now I look over here at my 50. Although it is tradable, you might get a target out of it. But this line right here, the moving average on the 50 range, is going to really act as support. So even though the setup is there, you don't have your C2, this is going to come and bounce right on off of this line right here. Plus, it's not red. If it was red, it might jump through it. But right now, I'll look at that and say, setup is nice, but it's going to hit this and bounce. So I don't think I would take that trade. So even though the setup is nearly perfect, all the way back here, you get your nice pullback. It's tradable, but it's a high risk trade. Remember, we have to assess our risk every time we do a trade. Okay. Now, this would be a continuation of that move. At 5:48, it would turn dark pink again, right here. Again, now I'm looking at this trade, and I've broken the 50 over on my, I'm below the moving average. My trend line is down. The makings of a trade are pretty good now. I might take that trade only because my trend is down. I'm below it. I don't have that resistance. But you'll see the C2 won't kick in until about 550. So let's look at that, see if I'm correct. Yep, 550.50. Yeah, the C2 starts to kick in right about here. So when everything is in agreement, price is below the 50, the trend line is down, the price is below the 50, the trend line is down, your C2 will kick in. Okay, so these are the things I look at. Now, unfortunately, when your C2 kicks in over here, you've pretty much exhausted the move. But these other moves are tradable. They're just a higher risk trade without the C2. Would I take that? Yeah, I probably would take that trade. But as a new trader, here again, you need to assess the risk. You always want to do the C2 trades. Okay, but after you're a little bit seasoned for a while, you probably want to just stand back right now. Okay, let's get things ready. I've got 3 minutes to the open. And I will go back and discuss that a little bit more and go over a bunch of examples. Okay, so you can see when this crossed right here a couple of minutes ago, it turned dark green. When it was a flat line, it was more of the turquoise, I guess, cyan color. And when it was kind of flat lined, it was the light blue. Okay, so we look like we're in an uptrend. Here again, would I take this trade if it starts to go up? Well, this 50 line really bothers me right here. The moving average on the 50 range chart bothers me right here because it has to get through it. And it's the beginning of the day, the beginning of the trading day. If you're a new trader, I advise people not to trade at least the first 15 minutes of the market because it can just be too whippy. Let me see, how much time do we have? 2 minutes. Let me look at the VIX real quick. The VIX Index is 33 right now. It's a little high. It could be a very whippy start. Okay, we got about to start in 1 minute. Here again, I think I'm going to stand down on this entry trade. I think it might go. We got a nice pullback here, but you got a 50-50 chance that this is going to take off. Sometimes you're one and done at this point, but we just have to let the overnight players do their thing, close out their orders, and just be done. It's just like I said, it's just moves a little too quick right now for any new traders. And just look at the quants right now; they're all over the place. Here again, I don't use the 34 and 50 range charts to trade. I use it for navigation. It kind of helps me sometimes anticipate trades, or I'll see a trade and here again, I'll assess the risk and go, I'm seeing resistance here. So why, or support, why take a trade that might not give me the runner I'm looking for? Although, hey, I'll trade 5 first targets any day, but we're always seeking that runner. Again, we're still the market's in transition right now. It's looking for, here I got dark pink because my 50 range penetrated. Now I'm going to get my my C2 kicking in, I think. Nope, not yet. Here again, I don't think I would take this trade yet. It's a little danger area. It's going back and forth. Well, this time it worked, but here again, we're going to go into support. Now our C2 kicks in because everything is red. Will I have enough energy? I think it might break this support. Just keep running for us. Oh, nope, it bounced off of it. Now I get, they're really trying to turn this market right now. Now we're breaking. I'm still not going to take this trade yet because I think it's still too early in the market. Plus I lost my upper quant, which is the larger time frame. Yeah, no, I've got a flat line on my trend. Lost my quant. Buyers are really trying to turn this market right now. But I have my C2. I just think I lost my C2 because on my 34 trend chart, the trend flatlined. So see how I lose my C2 there. Now, you probably would have been one and done if we got in at a couple minutes ago. But here again, it's high risk. I'm trying to preserve capital right now. I just want the markets to calm down a little bit. Was it tradable? Yes. Did it support all our rules? No. But if you've been trading for 6 months and you feel confident, it might be a trade I would take on my own. I'll be honest with you. Okay, we got a lot of volume right now. Well, it goes up and down. It goes up to nearly nothing. And then we get these spikes. We are in a downtrend right now, but we don't have anything set up yet. So I'm just going to let the markets calm down for a little bit. I'm not going to actively, unless something really sets up nicely. I just want to kind of talk about what I'm looking at, kind of like a running commentary of the market snapshot in time right here. So here again, I'm looking, why is the background white? Okay, now let's go to light pink. Okay, I've got my C2. Tradable right now. But here again, there's just so much whipsawing right now. If we would have taken that down move in, it would have taken us right out and then gone in our direction a little bit. So right now, just let's just let it calm down a little bit. Right now on my trading chart, I mean, everything looks in a downtrend. In my 34 range, I'm looking at that as navigation. It's solidly down. But I got a flat line on my trading chart. It's just a very dangerous area to trade in. But in those areas where the trend line goes flat, sometimes it kind of gains power. So right now, here again, I've got my C2. I've got some nice. No, it kind of wants to set up, and it just bounces right back at you. So here again, that's just the volume we have right now, and it's just how erratic the opening market can be. It's taken all that news from overnight and just the market just goes a little crazy. We're looking for those nice, smooth entries, and you do get them. And this software shows them precisely. Here again, I look over at my 3450. That's why I've got my C2 forming, and it's going to break. Okay, is it going to break the support right now? See, I'm going to hover my mouse over my over my NDT just so I'm prepared for it. But I'm going to stand down because now all my quants and everything are telling me up move. But let me just glance over to my range charts, and it's still saying solidly in a down move. So when I see this mess of nothing really staying, that is just a lot of volatility. Okay, are we going to break all this support right here? We got everything we need. Our quants look good. We've got our C2, it flickers because, okay, will it break that support? We've got volume. If it breaks it, no. And we need a really solid break. You really want a solid break and a pullback. I don't know if you're going to get that. You know, buyers really want to push this market up. Look at all these wicks. These are all buyers wanting to get in there because they're. Okay, let's sell on down close.
Order submitted.
Nope, I'm going to close it.
Order canceled.
Nope. I lost my quant right here. It's flickering. I'm getting it back. But I also look at here. Oh. See, I lost my quant there, that upper quant. So, yeah, see, that's how you look at the 34 as navigation. It's never, you never trade off of that, but we protected ourselves because it just didn't set up the way we wanted. Now it looks like look how that 34 sliced through. You're going to get the light green. But right here, look at that. Look right here on the 50. It's just breaking on the 50. It's breaking the moving average. Okay, we got it, but I have my trend line kind of flat, but a little bit up. But I still have this moving average solidly going down in red. So any up move in this green, plus not having my quants, I'm going to stand down. Although, again, it looked tempting because I got my green here, and lots of trades we would take. Okay, but we're not right now because the navigation of the range charts tells me danger. I hope this is helping you. This is what kind of goes through my head as I trade. And since I've had 3 positive days of trading, you know, I really want to preserve my capital. And I think this is the value of a trading room, because you get to see different styles of how people trade, how Mark trades, how I trade, what I look at, what I've taken from this. Here we go. Now we got our C2. Do we get a pullback? Buy on up
Order
close.
submitted. Order filled.
Let's come on, let's get it. So I'm gonna close on down, close just in case. Everything was right where we should be. So that was a perfect trade. So let's see now, because of the market, it just took us out a little bit. Now we're going to fight from being in the hole a little bit. But that was a perfect entry. Okay, now we're clearly, the 3450 tells us we're in an uptrend. We're kind of in that white background now because we're flatlined on both the trend lines on the 3450. And I'm not going to beat myself up on that last trade that took a little bit of a loss, because it was a perfect entry. It's just the whippiness of the market just went against us. But thankfully, I've had 3 positive trading days, and, you know, just move on. The day's still young. We still have another hour of trading here, where we'll see where we're at. See, I was tempted to take that. I didn't have my C2. And I have some resistance right there. Now I got my C2. But I lost my quants. And I never broke this resistance right here. It's like I get my C2, I got the resistance, then I lost my quant. Right now we've got a white background because it's just everything's kind of flatlined, and you've got you know, the 50 saying downtrend. This is about to slice through, so it's going to turn to possibly light pink now. Let's see if when this slices through here, this turns to light pink right here. Yep, there we go, dark pink, sorry. So you can kind of anticipate the moves a little bit. So now we're setting up, but we've got support right here. So it could blow right through it. Now I'm flatlined, lost my quant. See, we still have the C2 because how everything is red on the 34 and 50 and below, prices below, and all lines are red going through. So until it's going to probably lose the quant about right now. Yep, there we go. So you can start anticipating by using the navigation of the 3450. And I think that's really, really, really important. That's what helped my trading immensely when I finally listened to some trainings. And this is what I really like about the room is because you get little nuggets throughout the day. And you get those aha moments when you go, oh, that's what this means. And until you really see it in action off the side of the chart in real time, that's when you see it coming all together. So even if, you know, right now I'm kind of doing, like I said, a running commentary of what's going on. I hope it's helpful, even if we don't trade much today or we trade back to zero. I'm happy because I want you to see how this all works in real time. Because it'll help you be a better trader. And what also helped me become, I think, a better trader is when a trade would be called out and I would stand down and in my head, I would reason why I didn't take it. And there's nothing against, you know, Mark hosting this. It's just once you know the system, you know, you got to do what's good for you. And if you're like super conservative and Mark's not trading C2s and you want to, well, you in your mind are kind of doing this while you're trading. You're kind of talking to yourself saying, hey, I'm taking this trade, or Mark or Craig didn't take this, or they're taking it, but they don't have a C2, I'm standing down. Okay, that's good. That's how you become a better trader. Now I've got our C2 kicking, just about to kick in. It won't kick in until the 50 turns red. Now we've got it. Will we break the support? So the whole goal I saw of having these daily rooms is not for us, Mark or I, to call out the trades for you to take. It's we're showing you what to take in real time. So look how fast that populated on the way up. You can't catch that move. Plus, it's not supported yet. See, I've been in rooms in the past where the host would just call out all the trades and everyone would just take them. And it was an options room. That was crazy difficult because by the time you could figure out how to put the option in, the move already went. This is completely different because we're calling out what we see in real time. And all you have to do is click one button and you're in. I couldn't trade without the NDT. So, okay, so now we've got our dark pink background. We're going to get our C2. We got our C2, or are we going to break it through? If we break through this and I get a little bit of a pullback, I might jump in. But I've got a lot of support I got to kick through here. And I lost my quant. Just glance over at the 3450 here, and I'm looking for, here my dogs are barking, so sorry for the background noise. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's look at where we're at right now. Well, look at the 3450 for navigation. It's about to cut, the 34 is about to cut through. We're going to go to probably a light, if it does, it's going to be a light green or dark green, one of those. It's not cutting through yet. Then transition. I mean, dark green would have turned to dark green, sorry. It never did. It's trying to. There we go, right there. But now I look at my 50 and I go, well, I got to break that moving average right here on this 50 range. I said, is it going to happen? It might. It's breaking it and it's going to turn into a C2 soon. Yep, there we go. We got it. We got our power dots right here. Everything looks good, but I've got too much resistance up here. Do I get a pullback right there? The sellers want to turn this around. Sorry, I've got people from work calling me already. If I didn't have that resistance right there, I would have taken this trade, but we do have it. Got my C2. Sellers really want to turn this around. Got a lot of volume. Just lost my quant. The seller is one, kinda, maybe. Got to break that. There's a lot of selling pressure right here. Still have my quant not kicking in. Let me see if I can, I'll hover my mouse over the buy on up close. But I just flatlined. There it was going to go through. It just, Just don't like the setup there. This was a potential trade. You know, I prefer that this, my 15 is between, just like this. This is the perfect setup right here. This, when this line is over my trend line, it's not as good. It's not the perfect trade. Can you get it? It's kind of more of a pullback trade once a move starts. And I would take that if my quant was probably green. That would be a worthwhile trade. It just turned green now, but now I've got all the support up here. So is it worth getting a first target? I don't know. And I've got more support up here. You know, I got the C2. The quants are green. My pullback, you know, I kind of want to take it, but, and maybe I would if I had, you know, a lot of capital that I'm working with, but it's a higher risk trade. Now I'm approaching the VWAP, which is an area of big area of support, a lot of trader activity around here. You know, I'm just trying to give you everyone in this room the most perfect trade setup. And if you've got a lot of capital you're working with, yeah, I would maybe take some of these trades a little bit closer to support or resistance. Or if I was trading a lot longer and I could take some more hits. But it's just not, it's preserving capital. You know, I don't want to lose. We already lost on one perfect trade. I don't want to lose. If I lose 2 in a row, I'm done. I call it for the day. And you know, and I don't want to trade just to trade. I'm trading not to lose. I mean, you go back and look at that. Yeah, I mean, I might take this trade. By the time it gets that, I might get a first target. And then it's going to pull me out. And then I'll want to get back in. But it's just, you know, I can't call that in the room. Now, maybe some of you are already out because you traded your own way, and congratulations. See, you know, it looks like it's a downtrend, but you look at my 34, no, I haven't crossed that yet. I'm not going to get any light. I'm not going to get any pink color. Could it work? Absolutely. But this I'm just glancing over to 34.50, price has to be below. This line has to be, for a down move, has to be red. And then even if it was, I have this gap right here on the 50. It's tradable. Yeah, look, it's moving right now. But as soon as this candle hits this 50 line, it's going to act as resistance. So right now, yeah, and this would be like, this is like a perfect trade setup, but you can't take it. You shouldn't take it. So See, now it's starting to cut through, but I'm not, this has to be going down. See, it's very nice tradable move. I mean, if you got in there and traded off the exit on line change, you would have made some money, but it's a high risk trade. Definitely not supported by the range charts. I mean, you look at it after the fact, that's a phenomenal trade, but it just doesn't set up correctly. But I know what I'm looking for to preserve my capital is a certain structural setup on the charts. Now, if I don't see it, I don't trade. I'll see it eventually, and I'll just wait. Because as nice as this downtrend was, it could have turned against you real easily. Here again, I'm in a downtrend. I'm in light pink because of how the 34 range chart flatlined here. So as soon as this turns back down, it's going to turn dark pink. That's our trading area. Our quants aren't supportive. I got support down here. It's off a little bit. Price over on the 34.50 is below the moving average. It's below both lines, which we want. Our quants are all over the place. And you look at Laguerre wants to go up. So we're definitely in a consolidation period right now. Just for other markets, we might be able to start looking at, oil might be a good market to look at. When it's in the high 20s or 30s, there's not a whole lot of room for it to move. But when it's over 100, historically, that's a great time to trade oil. I'm still here. I'm just taking a look at things. Okay. Okay, everything is still, quants aren't good. Okay, see, if looking over to 3450, if this trend line turns red, I'll have my dark pink, and there we go. Okay, I'm getting a pullback. Don't have my little gears. Probably going to get a C2 kicking in soon. Possibly if this cuts through and turns red on 50. I got the dog barking again. Apologize. But my daughter should be up soon. Okay. Look how the setup was about to happen, and it just populated against us real quick. See, those are the moves that you kind of wait for it to mature. And if it, in this case, if we would have got in, it would have taken us right out for a full loser. So got the dog barking again in the background. Don't work in an office, so I work in the loft of my house. So early mornings, you're going to hear the dog barking. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're going to hear my daughter getting up. So I've only called one trade right now. It wasn't a full loser, it was a partial, but it was a perfect setup. So like I said, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But I'm just waiting for the perfect trade again. There were some tradable moments back then, but they weren't completely set up how I'd like them. And then the market moved a couple times, and it just not going to take it. Too high of a risk. Now on the 3450, I've got my 50 saying uptrend, but the candle is hovering around it, clearly in a downtrend. On the 34 range, kind of consolidated on our Unirenko chart. Here again, this pullback might be tradable because it's a nice setup. I've got the nice pullback I'm looking for, but I just don't like it that I just don't like this as an up move. Here again, it might have gotten us the first target. You know, look at the setup here. Look at the setup right here. I mean, that is a perfect setup. I mean, structure wise with the Unirenko chart. But look, I don't have the background. This was a mess over here. I'm going to protect myself and stay out of it. The charts will set up just like we want if we just give it some time. To be a good trader, you need to be a patient trader. By nature, I'm not the most patient person in the world, but I try to be patient in my trading. And what's really nice about Mark's system, here we go now. Our C2 is going to kick in soon, I think. Oh, look at that. Okay, now our C2 kicked in because this crossed over here on the 50 range chart. But by the time it kicked in, we were kind of far out of the trade, so we need a pullback. Is this tradable right here? Perfect setup right here. Perfect setup on this candle. Very, you could take that trade, but I'm trying to take C2 trades for the room, or at least show you when they're about to appear. Because of the structure of the 3450, you're going to keep this C2 right now. So, but we've got the flat line on the trend chart. So I'm going to hover over the button here. I can't, here we go. If I got to need a pullback. Don't have my power dot on my quant, which I really want for these trades. See how I had the power dot over here? Great trade. Don't have it over here. So yes, I probably would have taken this trade if I was just trading on my own. Setup was nice. The structure was perfect. Didn't have my C2 though. But if we're patient enough, we'll get our C2 trades. See, part of this, having this room, is to show you to trade on your own when we're not here. So we can, if we can give you here we go. Oh, here we go. Am I going to get a pullback? Nope. See, we lost our C2 because on the 34 and 50, the trend line flatlined the yellow, and we're going to lose our C2. Now I lost my quants on my, oh, here we go. Let's try it again. Don't have my quants yet. Flatlined on the trend chart. So I've got a pullback here. It looks like this could be just, here we go. Now I got my C2. Now, yep, should have taken that candle, but let's buy on up close. Oh, might have been a little late on that one. Well, we took it. Sellers really want to take this candle out. Let's hope that we can just get enough little pop there. We got it. We got our first target. Now let's see how far we can go. I'm going to hover just like right here. I haven't lost my quant yet, so I'm good. Let's take it up a little bit more. Got it right there. I'm going to raise it a little bit more.
Order filled.
It took me out. Okay, maybe I followed a little bit too close. I was right around here, right around the VWAP. Well, we're up 115 now, at least according to my. So we're out of negative territory, so that's good. We took the correct trade. We got our first target, a little bit more. I only trade 2 contracts. So that's good. So lost my C2, looks like it's about to kick in. But look at all this. Look at all this resistance right here. I don't think I can take that, unfortunately. Now, if we were, yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much right now, because you might get a candle or two and then it's going to retrace back. So we did our trade. We had 1 loser, 1 winner so far. We're back in positive territory. We are in an uptrend. Possibly just a little retracement. Okay, we need to break the support here. We broke it. But I got this up here. Should I do something for a first target, or do I just? No, not yet. See, when I get a red quant right here, that makes me really nervous right here. I mean, yellow is one thing, but red, that's a big deal. Okay, it looks like it's gonna broke it. Quants are intact. I got a big pullback, but look at all. Do I do it for a first target, or do I just let it go? Got my C2, but it's dancing around here, so it makes me a little bit nervous. Lost my quant. Clearly, because of the structure of the 3450, I've got my C2, which is a good thing, but I'm losing my quant right here, and I lost all my quants right here. So looks like the resistance won on this battle. Looks like the sellers got their way a little bit. But I don't have my quants here. I don't have my power dot. White background. That's because my 3450s, they're in transition. This looks like it might set up for a trade down, but we can't take it. If this crosses and I get a pullback, all my quants are saying down. This looks like it could be it's going to hit it like a first target, but it's just not supported by the structure of how we trade this system. So you need to stand down, wait for your structure, and you in the long term will be a profitable trader. It's just a trade that you shouldn't take. The structure is sound in the way Uterenkos are set up, but that's only part of the structure of what we look at. So we wait and let the structure come to us. Okay, I just broke the VWAP again. Now I'm going under. So there's a lot of traders around here pushing this thing around. I'm going to trade for probably another maybe 20 minutes. Then we'll look at our 2 trades. Well, hopefully we'll have more trades. And I'll open it up for questions. Or, you know, if you got a full-time job and you're positive right now, that's a good day. Lots of times I like to trade a little later in the afternoon. Here we go. It broke. Now here you go. It broke. We got the pink, but look how my 50 over here has to break the support right here, break this moving average line. It did, but this is still not a C2 trade. It's tradable. Look, if you would have gotten here, it probably would have filled you up maybe for a first target. But I don't like trading these unless my 50 moving average is at least red, because it could pop right against you. Here again, structure wise, this looks really good right here. I mean, I shouldn't say structure wise. This, looking at just one element by itself, our Uterenko bars, it looks like a great setup here. You've got the dot, everything looks in line. I didn't have my C2 though. That's a choice you have to make when you're trading, whether you want to take these or not. Because lots of times right here, when this approaches the 50, this time it breached it and went through. Many times it takes this, it bounces right off of here. So you would have gotten in and probably could have taken you out back in this area right here. It could have bounced right back to you. Just here again, it's a trade you can take. I've taken them in the past, but you know, I'm trying to do more of an interpretation of things as we go. And it's just not a trade I would take for the room because I don't have my C2. I really wanted my C2 there, but I had all the other elements were there. Here again, it's a risk assessment on your part on what you feel comfortable doing. I'm gonna gotta break that support right here. I'm gonna sell on down close. A little riskier trade. Let's just see how these riskier trades work. Nope, I'm gonna close it.
Order canceled.
Not worth it. I've got a positive right now. As soon as I'm in positive territory, I kind of don't take the riskier trades. Lost my quant. Like here again, part of the structure was there for some of these trades. It wasn't fully there. And some of those trades could have easily gone the other way because of looking at the 3450 and looking at that as more of a navigation of where do you think this trade could go. Here again, this is my interpretation of it. This is how I trade. I think yesterday we only took C2 trades in Mark's room when Mark was calling the shots. And we ended up the room very nicely. So they'll come to you. You just have to have patience. Right now, we're a little flatlined on our trend line. Clearly, we're in a downtrend. Got a little support right here we gotta get through. Get a drink of water here. Selling down close.
Submitted.
Sell, okay.
Order filled.
We see, we got anticipated the C2 kicking in. Let's hope we got our power dot. Let's see if I
Target
got our
filled.
first target. Let's get a little bit more. We should. Our quants are all nice and red. Oh, oop.
Stop filled.
Okay. I followed a little bit too closely. But if we were exit on line change, it would have taken us out right there. Okay, so we're definitely in positive territory right now. If we wouldn't have had that one loser in the beginning, we would be definitely done for the day. But we take the best trades. I've got my C2 still active because both lines on the 34 and 50 are red and pointing down. I'm a little far away from, on our active trading chart, I'm a little far away from the moving average here, and that always acts as kind of a magnet, kind of a mean. Price always wants to go back to the mean and go back. But here again, I've got all these lines of support right here. So what do? We wait. We wait for our quant lines, our Laguerre lines. I mean, the Laguerre wants to go up. Breach the 80 line. So there's a lot of buying pressure right now. But I'm not interested in buying right now. I'm surprised we still have our gear. Oh, that's because this is about to turn red again. That's why we have our gear. Okay, let's look at the set that we're setting up. We got all the support right here. So what do? We really shouldn't be taking these trades, because even if I break support, I got a big one right down here. First target, possibly. So if it breaks it, if I need a pullback, sell.
Order filled.
Let's see if we get it. Come on, let's at least get our first target here.
Target
We
filled.
got it. I have a little bit of room here. We got our first target, which is good. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Hopefully I'm not too close. I still got all my quants are nice solidly. It's going to break right through it. If my quant turns, I'm really going to push this stop closer.
Stop
No,
filled.
Okay, 825. Okay, we're done. We're done. Close shop. Let's go look at our trades. It could probably keep going. I haven't lost my, if we were exit on line change, we would still be on. Let's just look at it and see what happens. Okay, just because it flatlines a little bit, we're good. I mean, exit on line chain, which is part of your NDT strategy, it's turned on, but I was following it a little bit closer. Now I've just lost my quant, so but exit on line change still would have been active until the 15 turns. You're in the trade, and you'll see it by how this is your 15 right here. That tells you right now it's still, if that flickers, boom, you're out. It would have taken you out right here. Okay, so we did good. We would have been out either way. Okay, let's look at our trades today. We are officially done. Let's look at the trade performance. Hang on. Oh, let's look at trade performance today. Okay, we took a little bit of loss there, and then we had 1, 2, 3 winners, and we ended up with 825. Let's look at it for the week. Generate it. I'm at 2635. Okay, that's right where I like to be going into a Friday. That's pretty good. Okay, now let's look at, let me see where our trades are. Oh, that's not it. Let's plot our trades. Okay, okay, let's go to the very beginning. Okay, this was our first trade. Now I'm going to take this back here too. $642. Okay, this perfect setup. Now there was no place to get in back here. Could you get back in on this? Hang on, let me close this out. No, it doesn't matter. We entered, it looks like it gave me a little bit of slippage here. It should have entered me back in this area. But okay, we got in, took a little bit of a loss. This is the wick. I don't know how I got the slippage there. But this is where you would have got in. If we would have gone in a little bit earlier, we probably would have gotten our first target. I don't know why it's showing me there. I thought I got in on that candle. Could be wrong. And then yeah, here again, these are great trades going into resist. How do you know you're going to break support? You don't know. You can't take them. You got support here. You got a nice entry. That's perfect entry right there. But you know, you don't know if you're going to break the support there. And then it hit the VWAP and went down. Here again, I'm looking at this entry right here, or right here. Perfect. I mean, technically, structure-wise with the Unirenko bar, it's a perfect entry. But look at what these look like right here. You can't trade on that. Okay, you know, you're not going to get your pink, you're not even going to get a background until this breaks through and this is red. You'll get your dark pink background. You won't get your C2 until price is below this. This on the 50 breaks this and they're both red. It's not going to happen. But you got everything else kind of going for you, but don't take those trades. Here again, structure-wise, perfect. Everything is green. Don't have my power dot, but at 710, let's look at the structure. It was a mess. Can't take that. Don't take that. Here again, perfect structure right here at 712. This makes me a little bit nervous on this candle on the 50. Okay, if you had a lot of space down here and this happened, it's tradable. Riskier, but tradable. But when I have a candle just not quite fully penetrating through this, can't take it. And then once my C2 kicked in, when this crossed, it was spent. Okay, here again, wait for your trades to mature. Here again, we took one right here, great pullback. 716. Structure-wise, on my 50, the candles were above, green going up. Perfect, green going up, nice pullback. Got my first target. We got out right at the VWAP. Perfect. They'll come to you, wait for them. Here again, all the structure just doesn't work when you look at the range charts to help you navigate through it. Here again, this is, I mean, I would love to get in here. 723. In my head, I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to jump on this. Okay, well, let's look at 723. Okay, this right here on the 50. You had your gap here, kind of tradable. Okay, but this is going to act as massive support. Sometimes it bumps through, sometimes it doesn't. This time it went right through and you had a nice big run. But I'm not going to take it. Okay, here at 729, we had our C2, we had a pullback, and we made some profit. Not a lot of profit, had a little bit of a runner, but I think that's where I had some slippage because I was following too closely. Now here, again, we had to break support. Okay, our entry, we got our C2. Now I figured, okay, at least we could probably get a first target before the support takes us out. This time, it kind of ran right through it. And we got to exit here with a nice profit. Everything structurally was sound. We waited, we made our profit. So, okay, let me open this up here for questions. See if I can do it this time. Okay. Okay, I'm going to open this up for questions here. Let me see. Why am I not able to see all the questions? I think I only have 2. Okay, yes, it's helping. Good. Okay. Okay, I'm having a bit of a challenge here. Bandit. Okay, I'm still trying to get used to this, so bear with me. Trying to get my questions to pop up. Okay, might need Rory's help here. I can't seem to. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Okay, we got a lot of questions here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, how do I open this up even more so I can actually read the questions? Okay, bear with me here. This is I'm still trying to figure this out here. I can't seem to see the questions in here, and I really want to answer all of your questions. Okay, Rory, if you can hear me, can you help me open the questions up so I can actually read these? I'm only kind of getting one line at a time here. Okay, we'll get through it. Hang on, I'm gonna text them. Maybe I should call them. Rory, if you can hear me, can you jump on this? Okay.
I'm sorry, Craig. I'm here.
Okay, I just can't seem to, I just have like one little line at a time when it comes to these questions. Can you jump on my screen and just open it up so I can,
Sure. If you give me your AnyDesk, I'll jump on.
okay. Yep, I'm right here.
I see it. Never mind. Okay. Okay. What we'll do is open it up. Is that
Okay,
better?
here we go. Now I can see him.
Okay.
Just have to figure out how to do that. Okay, please explain how to set up the two charts on the right. That's pretty simple. We just go to data series. You hit your chart you want to do, and then there's a, hang on. Let me see if I can do it. So let's say you want to do a new chart. Oh, sorry. There I go. Just like you guys, I struggle sometimes trying to figure this all out. Basically, you go to a new chart and you look for the data series that has two data series in it, and you open it up, and then you put the 34 and 50 in there, and it'll populate for you. How to set up charts on the right 34-50 range. Came in right before they open. What are the two charts on the right? 34-50. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about those. Appreciate the commentary to help me understand. This is helpful. Thanks. Thank you. Robert, thank you. Right now, this is for Pete. Right now, I just follow the NQ. There are other things that we can trade. You know, I like the NQ only because it moves a lot. I'd be looking at oil soon only because of where it's at right now, because you're going to get a lot more movement. But if you can master one thing, one instrument, you should be able to do them all. But I trade off a laptop. I used to trade off of, when I used to do NQ years ago, I had 3 monitors, 9 studies on one chart, and it was tiring. And now I just look at, and basically it was multi-time frame assessment and all that, but this is all consolidated where I can trade off a laptop. I've tried trading multiple instruments when I first started, and I'd be looking at the oil chart and trade in a trade with the NQ. So just for sake of some of the new people in here, we're just trying to keep it simple and just train you on one instrument. Oh, the double, I don't know what that is. I found that on my things. I don't really need those. I'm going to take those off. It doesn't help one way or the other with the things that say double bottom on my range chart. It doesn't really do anything. How did you end up profit wise today? I think we ended up, what were we, 800 today? 825 today. So yeah, yay for the running commentary. Okay, it's kind of, I don't know what else to do. Um, this assessment using the range chart is great. Instruct, thank you. Okay, LA Drecker. Okay, thanks. I'm glad it's working. Good morning, LA Drecker. Okay, these are from the opening. Okay. Thank you, Kenneth. Gerald. Okay. Hey, you took one trade for 150. That's awesome. Anytime you walk away with money, whether it's in a sim account or a real account, it doesn't matter. It's proof that you're understanding and following the system, and that's all that matters. What are the holes in the bars signify? Holes in the bars. I'm assuming you're talking about the Unirenko chart, Gary. Basically, if you look at it, it made it based by itself. A Unirenko bar is it kind of smooths out what the buyers and sellers are doing. The bar inside that, let's say if I'm looking at this right here, or let's look at this chart. The buy right here, I've got a lot of sellers, buyers trying to push this up. That's why I've got a full bar in here. It kind of shows you what they've done is they made these bars transparent so we can see the buyers and sellers inside the Unirenko bar, which is really, really, really nice. Because this tells you right here, these little short wicks, that sellers are in control, sellers are in control, sellers are in control, buyers want to push this up. So anytime you want to, when the buyers are pushing this up, if it's in the candle in the Unirenko you're trading, that's when you always want to, example, like sell on a down close, because you're going to trap all these buyers up here, take their money and go down. Okay. When you have a candle like this, this is a great, I'm here again, I'm not looking at the structure of the trade. I'm just looking at the structure of the candle. You've got a lot of, right here on this one, you've got buyers pushing this up. And then you've got the sellers pushing this down. Boom, you want to get in. Buyers were pushing this up. Buyers were pushing this up. So you could get in on this candle, this candle, this candle, stand down, stand down, stand down. This candle, here again, I'm not looking at the structure behind it. I'm just looking at candles for an entry down. Great candle to get an entry in, to go down. Nope. Yes. Anything over a half to 3/4 is what I'm looking for when everything else lines up. I'm running, Gary, I'm running an NDT. I can't do it any other way. Okay, did I answer all the questions? Okay, let's go over, I think I answered all the questions. Okay, so let's go over the 34. Okay, let's just go over. Okay, so if I do a, okay, I'm just trying to move stuff around here. Okay, I'm not going to answer any more questions. Okay, let's I'm going to get out of this. Okay, close that out. New. Okay, this is how you set up one of these charts. So I'm going to go new. 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 Go to my chart. I'm going to pick out, I'm going to do my NQ. And then I go over here and then I'm going to look for the RLT longer time frame NQ. Okay. And then I'm going to hit this. We're going to do range. Right there. And we got a 34. Hang on, 34. Okay, I always figure out 34 range. I want to add the button over here. It's going to give me this. Now I've got the 34 range set up, and I move this one and I hit 50 and I hit OK. So right now you see how I did hit OK. Did not do that. No, sorry. No, I'm sorry. I did it wrong. Backtrack. Sorry. Even I get things wrong. Okay, new chart. NQ. NQ2 data series. Sorry. NQ2 data series right here. RLT Unirenco longer time frame 2 data series. Okay. And then I hit add. So then I go over here to the top and I make this a 34. And then I make this a 50. And then I hit OK. And then I go over to properties and I go down and I hit on my chart background colors. I hit white over here and text I hit black. Hit apply. There's your chart. Okay. So get this video recording, replay it if you can, and that'll show you how to set up the charts. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that. So that's all I have today. So far, I've been in the trading room. I think we've got a very profitable week so far. So let's preserve our capital, take the best trades, and practice. Feel confident with what you're doing. I hope what I was teaching you today with the commentary as we were trading helped you. And if you get a chance to listen to the recording again, go ahead and listen to it. And that's all we have today. I will see you. I will be part of the trading room tomorrow, and then I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks.
Thanks, Craig. Great job. Great job today.
Order
Okay.
filled.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close the room. Listen, Craig said on Tuesday he wasn't a pro, but trading our system, he proved today he is a pro. And that was a great exhibition. Thanks, Craig. Really loved the commentary and the discipline that you showed today. It was really great. So I want to wish go ahead.
Go, just thank you. It's been fun doing this room.
Yeah, I really believe today you became a pro trader. That was a great exhibition.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next Tuesday. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and close the room and call it a day, and we will resume tomorrow. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.